Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. As always, you can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. So there's two headlines that I want to share with you. The first headline is Harry and Meghan to spare the royal family pain with no more Netflix shows or book deals. That sounds like a virtue signal. That sounds to me like Netflix fired them, like they've been doing their Netflix series, they've been putting it out, they just didn't get the viewer numbers that they thought, and they see this as a dying brand. Okay, Meghan and Harry's brand literally is their ex-royals complaining about the racism and how badly they were treated by the royals. They really don't have anything else. So I find it impossible to believe that Harry and Meghan, have decided that they're not going to complain about the royals anymore because they just want to be nice. Another thing I want to look at is the final straw, the fake, almost catastrophic car chase in New York City, because the worst thing you can do to a celebrity or a politician is mock them, okay? Which is why memes are so effective and why so many memes were banned by the liberal media, because they're so effective. You start mocking them and they're like, oh, I can't take it. You know, they're just little sissies. The other headline I want to show you is Meghan Markle is branded a low-grade reality star desperate to hang out with A-listers. Okay, that has the ring of truth to it. Okay, I was reading something and there was some A-lister at a big party, and of course Meghan is not there because she's not invited. She wasn't invited to the Met. She's not invited to the Oscars, the Emmys, any of these award shows that are tanking in the ratings because they're so woke. Go broke, get woke, go broke. But she's just blowing up this A-lister's phone, and her response to this other person is, well, you know, I only respond to her because she's a frickin' duchess. So I kind of want to look at how does Hollywood feel, because in the past I've read a lot on them, and Hollywood is like, yeah, there are people. Harry and Meghan are their people. Do they still feel like they belong to them in Hollywood? And that was collegial. That's very nice. They were accepting them and loving them. Do they still feel this way? Or are they like, man, they're just toxic? You know, all they do is complain. They have absolutely no talent. You know, and I can just see where this is going, and it's going nowhere good. It's a train wreck and a dumpster fire, and I don't want to be caught in that train when the dumpster is lit on fire, because that time is coming. And it's about to pop off with the divorce. That's going to be very bad. So the first thing I want to look at is this a time of transformation for Harry and Meghan, or is this kind of like a time of denial? Because I do see divorce coming. I see Meghan out there putting herself out there for all the billionaires. Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want? What if I go like this? Do you like this? I mean, what do you like? I'll be whoever you want, and then I'm going to be Meghan Markle as soon as you put that ring on my finger, and you might not like it, but that's too bad. So is this a time of transformation, or is this a time of denial for them? Are they really trying to transform themselves, because everything they've done is flopped and they're about to get a divorce? So I want to see what is in the cards. Diamond ring, hand in hand. Well, the woman's on the bottom. That's got to be Meghan. Here's Harry behind. Oh, full stop. Key events. And that could be a divorce decree or a divorce filing. What do we have? Is this a time of transformation or stalling or denial? What do we have? The world, city, all the people, the eyes of the world. 2 diamonds, 6 diamonds, Queen of Hearts. So the foundation of this reading is the woman, Meghan. Meghan wears the pants. Meghan is driving the ship, and she's driving Harry straight into oblivion. I mean, it's painful to see how badly he's been destroyed at her hands. And a lot of people, very rightly so, say, well, you know, he's right there with her. Well, he is. Okay, but he's also being manipulated. So this adds 5 spades, 25 spades, roadblock. Committed to working, the woman is committed to committed to developing all these relationships, but it's not going well. So that says to me, low-grade reality star desperate to hang out with A-listers. Okay, she's really trying to make this celebrity thing work, but it's not easy. Harry is in the past. The man is in the past. Son starting something new, and this is also a money card, and stuck. So 5 spades stuck, 9 spades going nowhere, 9 hearts, key events. Really, this is so important to Meghan. She's really gonna make this happen. Mustard seed. This is also often an official document, like filing a divorce, a subpoena, something like that. Yeah, this is like filing a divorce decree in the court about the marriage. Crosses the marriage card. Yeah. So she's trying to break in as a celebrity. It's not going well. It's really going poorly. She's got to try something new. She's got to try something new. Got to try something new. This is so important to her. She cannot fail. This is do or die. This is like death ground. Sun Tzu. Don't put your opponent in death ground, because then they'll fight to the death. They have to win or they'll die. And Meghan feels that she's on death ground, like Sun Tzu talks about in his book, which I absolutely love that book. Yeah, I think they're getting divorced. This is all divorce, and she has to make this celebrity thing work. So, am I seeing transformation? She's very stuck. She has to make this work, and now the divorce is coming. Another thing that's going to be more problems. Yeah, so she is trying to make this transformation has to happen in Meghan's mind. And Harry, he's an afterthought already. He's already in the past. He's in the past. Yeah, and in the future is more problems, but she has to make this happen. And right at the outcome is the marriage itself. This marriage is going to end. Okay, is Netflix firing them? Because, I mean, Captain Obvious here, I think Netflix is just like, we're not going to renew the contract, and that's being fired. Okay, so let's look at Harry and Meghan and Netflix, and I want to see it. I want to see what the cards will say about it. Because Netflix didn't say, oh, you're fired. Okay, they were very nice about it so that the door will be open so that if they ever have another clue or another really good idea, that they'll come back to Netflix and they'll be hired by them again. And they'll write a new contract for Harry and Meghan. So they don't want to burn that bridge. They just want to close the door and lock it for now, because you're just a pest. Harry and Meghan are just pests. So let's just see. Harry and Meghan and Netflix. Is Netflix actually firing them? What's the energy surrounding this? Harry and Meghan, Broken Chalice, a Secret, and Netflix. No renewal and a big change. Yeah, the end of the money. So is Netflix firing them? No renewal and a big change. 17, 5 hearts, reacting to circumstances. Oh, that suggests the almost catastrophic car chase. Like, you're embarrassing us. Okay, so reacting to circumstances. So they're just not going to renew the contract. That's how they say it. We're choosing not to renew the contract. That's how they said it. And this is a big change for them. Because the Kardashians went on and on and on and on. It's a reality series. They're D-list reality stars. Okay, and that's what we have here. Broken child, broken, behind the scenes, the contract. 8 and 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 3 diamonds. Okay, working together. They're just no longer going to be working together. And the cards are much darker on Harry and Meghan's side. I think they were really counting on this. And Netflix, it was Netflix's choice. We're just not going to continue the contract. We're done. the end of the money, 12. And this is a conflict. So they need the money. Harry and Meghan need the money. Where's their money coming from? You know, they're just constantly attacking the royals. And so Charles is just going to keep writing $1 million checks to Harry, who's just attacking him all the time. Why? Why do that? Just shut them down, cut them off, shut them down. So this looks like Netflix just didn't renew the contract. Was the final straw the fake, almost catastrophic car chase in New York City? The mayor came out and said, no way you were chased at high speeds through the streets of New York for 2 hours. Okay, because like I said, I worked in D.C. You can ride a bike faster than the traffic, much faster than traffic. So bike messengers are everywhere in D.C. And D.C. is a much smaller city than New York City. And bike messengers are very common in New York City. So was the final straw the fake, almost catastrophic, greatly exaggerated car chase in New York City? Was that the final straw for Netflix? Cornerstone, Star Bethlehem. Solid foundation of money. And they want to keep this open, and they just made a different decision. 12 and 4, 16, 4 spades. No, they just, on the surface, everything is fine. They didn't mention the car chase. They didn't mention embarrassment, nothing like that. They just decided to go in another direction. And that's how you talk. That's how you talk. I mean, I worked in high levels of government. I speak lying as my first language if I want to. And that's why I retired. I just got tired of it. I'm like, just say what you mean what you say, and do it. Okay? And there's only one person in the room like that, and that's me. So I left the room. You know, mean what you say what you mean, do it. And that's nobody in D.C., pretty much. There are some people like that, and they really like people like me, and they kind of join together. But most of the people that I was working with were not like that. They were not straightforward, straight talking, straight shooting, just handle it, get it done, and do a good job. They weren't those kind of people. They were sneakier, backroom dealing kind of people. So let's see, what do we have under here? Queen of clubs, ace of clubs, good situation, a contract, what has to happen right now, and it's a sweet contract. So Netflix really wanted to leave Harry and Meghan on good terms. We love you, baby, let's have lunch, kiss, kiss, all that stuff. There's no problems, we have no issues. The car chase is not an issue, even though we're really embarrassed about it, and that's why we're actually firing you. But we're not going to say any of that. Okay, everything is fine, kiss, kiss, we love you. When you have anything going on, you just call us anytime, Harry and Meghan. And that's where they left it. And that's good business. That's just good business. Okay, they didn't do like drag queen story time right beforehand and force them to love it, which they would love it. So Meghan is branded a low-grade reality star desperate to hang out with A-listers. So let's look at Meghan and the A-listers of Hollywood, because they're not getting invited to anything. The words don't matter. The only thing that matters is the actions. They weren't invited to the Met Gala, which that's a big deal. They're not invited to these award shows. Those are huge deals. I actually know a guy in Hollywood, and I considered him my best friend for a while. He is invited to those award shows. Okay, so literally he has a better name, and he's literally nobody. Poor as a church mouse, been poor, but he's an artist. Been poor as a church mouse his whole life. I don't even know where he gets his money. I mean, he's so poor. And I'm retired, so, I mean, how much money do I have? I don't have a lot of money. But he's a lot poorer than me. But he gets invited to these things. I know he does. So he even has a higher status in Hollywood than Meghan and Harry, because he's getting invited. He hasn't been invited to the Met as far as I know, but he has been invited to the Oscars, the Emmys, things like that. And he loves that. That's what he lives for. Who needs money when you can go to the Oscars, as an invited guest. So let's look at Meghan and the A-listers. Do they still consider her to be Meghan one of them, because like my friend who's poor, but he's an artist, they consider him one of them. But she's not being invited, so maybe she's really not even one of them anymore. Oh, so this is Hollywood A-listers. Oh my goodness. So in past readings, there was a real loving family kind of vibe, like you are one of us, Harry and Meghan, we love you. What's here on the bottom? Blocked and executioner. Nope. We're done with you, Harry and Meghan. 13 and 5, 5 diamonds, 18, on an ongoing basis. The way forward, we're done. We're done. Okay, it just didn't work out the way we thought it would work out. And, you've never come out with any good content. We're done. Hollywood is done. That's what's underlying here. What do we have over here? No. No can mean no, or let's use it in a sentence. No. We're going in a different direction. So the Kings, the major direction is no, we're going in another direction. And that's the thing that they say, 14 and 13, 27 cross. No, you're not part of this permanent family. Okay, because the 7s renew permanently, 7 cross. You're not part of our family. You're not one of us. Hollywood has actually finally decided that Meghan and Harry are not one of them. They don't belong there. They're not Hollywood kind of people, and that's a certain kind of person. What's up with Meghan and Harry? This was specifically Meghan. A good situation, making the most of a good situation, but, opportunities as they come up. 4-leaf clover, it has to happen right now. This is happening right now. Oh, there's this party. I want to come to this party. Please, 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 please. I'm Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Invite me to this party. But it's gone sour. So she's trying to make the most of every opportunity in the situation, but it's just gone sour for her. And she doesn't yet realize that Hollywood has really turned against her. And it's a general consensus in Hollywood that she's not one of them, that she doesn't really belong among them. She's just too much smoke, too much trouble, and it's gone bad. And all she's seeing, because people don't say things, they just look at you out of the side of their eye. And that's what's happening to Meghan. She's not being invited. They look at her out of the side of their eye, and they whisper about her behind her back. So she's still trying to make it happen. But Hollywood has moved on. They've decided that she and Harry don't really belong among them, 22. And there's a general consensus of this. So, what do we have? Do we have a time of transformation? Meghan is really, this is so important to her. She is the little engine that could, and she hustles and hustles and hustles. And she does feel like she's on death ground. She has to make her name, and it's so strange because she made her name as a duchess, and yet here she is scrambling and scrabbling, with her nails and clawing her way to the top again. She was already at the top, and she didn't need to go anywhere. She needed to just relax into it and just be a duchess and stay in the royal family. So it's not going very well, and they're definitely stuck, and the divorce is coming. Harry and Meghan and Netflix, they fired them, but they didn't say anything that could offend. They were really, really careful how they worded things. We're just not renewing the contract. That's all there is. The almost catastrophic car chase, they didn't say anything about it. That's Harry and Meghan's problem, and Netflix has no opinion. Very, very smart business, very good business. And Meghan, Hollywood has really finally turned away from Harry and Meghan. They don't consider them, brethren. They don't consider them part of their church of woke anymore. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe and comment if you will.